I'm just out of the shower and not yet dressed, so you guys have fun looking at Fred.
No, should I be?
His dinner isn't until 8, right? He's been such a hungry boy today.
Right. Absolutely. As it has been for a long time.
I don't know why, but he's been very hungry since like 2 hours ago. It is not yet his dinner time. Maybe we'll give him some treats in the meantime. Yeah. What about it, Fred? What about it, Fred? Okay, let me see. I bought some discount bananas today. This one's completely soft. We're gonna make a cake with this and some blueberries. I also bought some discount Chinese celery. So we'll cook some vegetables. There's more, Freddie. We are also going to be throwing away these mittens because we got this one from Mom's and it does not have any holes in it like this one does. And we just want to thank these for their service. Thank you, mitts. And they're going into the trash. Goodbye. Let's make our cake first. This is the bottom of the strainer set that nobody wanted. So we're just gonna use it as a mixing bowl now. I'm going to be carving away some of the worst parts of this banana first because it's looking pretty rough. There's a part of it where the peel has ruptured, and I just want to make sure that I scoop out all of that exposed interior. Don't want to get sick, or don't want to get too sick. I don't know how long it took me to edit that vlog. It's been such a piecemeal process. Oops. We're gonna make some banana cake first with bananas and blueberry. We're also gonna use up some of the butter that Mom has been saving forever. Like this shit. It includes a quarter pound of Trader Joe's butter that I gifted her that she never used. That expired in December 2018. It also includes these single serving Smart Balance buttery spreads, the margarines, one of which is like open and half used. I just don't know what to say about that, folks. And it also includes 2 sticks of Organic Valley butter sticks that she never used. This is sweet cream butter salted. I don't know where it's from. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use up the Smart Balance first. Who knows how old this shit is? I hate margarine too, but Mom had it, so I'm just gonna use it. I just, you know, emotionally I'm not ready to just chuck these. They are usable, and since she saved them, I would like to try to use them up. They smell like popcorn, movie theater popcorn butter. That's what they smell like. They are full of stabilizers, actually. This one is Pride, 48% vegetable oil, whipped spread, water, canola oil, palm oil, less than 2% of salt, vegetable mono and diglycerides, pectin, potassium sorbate, a preservative, polyglycerol, polyricinoleate, citric acid, artificial flavors, DL-alpha tocopherol, acetate vitamin E as antioxidant, calcium disodium EDTA added to protect flavor, vitamin A palmitate added, beta carotene color, vitamin D3. blueberries are getting increasingly moldy, so we're gonna try to use as many of them as we can. Aaron was like, does mold make blueberries taste better? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, these taste fucking fantastic. I think these are just really, really, really ripe. But unfortunately, we got them on discount. They are getting moldy, so we just have to be very careful. We're gonna rinse them thoroughly. I've eaten a lot of mold adjacent berries before. I still haven't died yet, but I think maybe prolonged exposure to mold will give you some sort of cancer, but like what doesn't give you cancer these days? Anyway, just don't be surprised if I end up getting cancer one day, I guess. And I know folks don't like it when I joke about cancer, but like it's kind of a fact of life at this point. It's not really joking about it. It's just like, are you going to die of COVID or are you going to die of cancer? Or a car accident, potentially. Shoot your shots, you know? We just don't know. I'm not really trying to be offensive. I'm just thinking about all the different ways in which we can die. Okay. What do we need, Fred? We need some baking soda. Well, there's very little in here. Here's your refill. And we need baking powder. Do you know where baking powder is? It's been so long, Fred. I've not touched this cabinet in so long. Freddie, are you still hungry? Here, let me give you some more. Come here. Mom's grown mung bean sprouts. I don't think she did take the skin off. She just ate it, skin and all. You know, it's fiber. Probably good for you. I'm scraping off this little bit of baking soda. We'll just use baking powder for the rest of it. That's probably like 1/8 of a teaspoon, I would guess. I'm gonna go in with whatever that was, baking powder. Then we're gonna use our Bob's flour. See? Eyeballing it all. I don't know if Fred has been hungry for a while lately. He's just hungry. I don't know at what point it warrants me being worried. Since we are dumping a lot of blueberries in, there will be excess moisture. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some chia and flax just to help me stabilize the mix a little bit. I think we'll also go in with the rest of our tahini. It's time to say goodbye to that. Here's the real kicker. This instant coffee that I found at Mom's that was manufactured in 2014 and then expired in 2016, which has sugar, non-dairy creamer, which includes glucose syrup, hydrogenated palm kernel oil, stabilizer, sodium caseinate, emulsifier, anti-caking. So all the shit that's really bad for you, I'm just gonna put in here. Coffee, banana, blueberry, whatever. Product of Vietnam. Mom, I don't know what you were saving this for, but it's going in. Smells good. did you guys all do today? Anything fun? Anything boring? It's show and tell time. I have a feeling once the blueberries erupt in here, it's gonna make for a very, very moist cake. So we're gonna go in with a little bit more leavening. And let's just use up the rest of this flour. I'm ready to say goodbye to this shit. Reminder, this is also flour that Mom gifted me right at the beginning of the pandemic. She came to my apartment in March without asking me or giving me a heads up. And she just came with all the shit that I really didn't need, including Bob's. Oh, you know what? I lied. Sorry. We used all of Bob's gluten-free stuff. Never mind. This I got from the Delish Test Kitchens. My bad. Sorry, Mom. Can't blame everything on you. Might be. So I guess because we use margarine, this is going to be a vegan cake. It's also going to be a very dry cake now. Oops. Don't worry, we're gonna unveganify it now. Unveganify it. Maybe a half cup-ish to start. This is going to be a very overworked cake because I put in the ingredients in all the wrong order, worked up the gluten in the flour, and then decided to add yogurt, and now everything is ruined. It's fine though. It's truly going to be fine. I'm just going to taste it for sweetness before it's all mixed. Okay. Found this lemon. We're gonna add in a little bit of lemon zest, not too much because it can be overpowering, and then we're gonna squeeze in some juice. That's it. And then I think we're gonna have to add in a little bit more baking soda because this definitely needs a lot more leavening. This baking soda comes to us courtesy of Mom. Unopened. It expired in August 2021. Perfect. We love it. Too much. Not much. vanilla was real because it was left over from our camping trip. I normally would never buy real for myself. It's too expensive and just not worth it. There we go. That's more like a cakey consistency. Yes, yes. That is what I like to see. I'm gonna add a little bit more blueberries. But I think otherwise we are ready to go. I bet if Mom were watching this live right now, she would be like, stop buying rotting produce. Okay, now I have to think about what to microwave this in, because I'm not turning on the oven for this. Coffee, lemon, banana, blueberry cake. I don't want to risk the bottom burning in the Instant Pot. Oh, so I need the Instant Pot for something else, for the celery. I'd also have to find a baking vessel that fits inside the Instant Pot if we're gonna steam it. Okay, so Mom likes coffee. Mom also likes maple syrup. We're just gonna pour a little bit of maple syrup on top. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but bear with me. We're just experimenting here. We're also gonna sprinkle it with a little bit of sugar, and I've just remembered I didn't put salt in there. So we're gonna use some of Mom's table salt. I don't really want the crunchy salts. I just want like sweet and salty a little bit on top. So I'm using a little bit of organic sugar, which is slightly more textured than granulated. Really nice texture for a body scrub. Okay. We're gonna set it for 8 minutes for now. I'm gonna pick out some of these blueberries. Should probably eat them or lose them. Then we can feed Fred, and then after Fred is fed, we can move on to our vegetables for the night. Aaron, do you want any more bloopers?
Thanks.
on. Give me a sec, please. Okay, I have to pee. You guys, look at Freddy. Look after him. Oh, the cake is oozing. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was too much cake. I don't know if you can see, but that was too much cake. You probably can't see. We'll just have to look at the shit show later.
Oh, it's a microwave cake?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Can't see anything.
Just wait, Aaron, please.
Guess I'm just seeing what you're up to.
You're making me nervous.
Why would I make you nervous? I'm just seeing what you're up to. What are you up to, June?
Making a shit show happen?
Cool. That sounds fun.
Thanks.
Can I get you a small cup of these?
No, I'm good. I ate like most of the bag already.
I've been having it yogurt when I play. Good enough that you play.
Sure. My average serving is about 6 times that.
I'm surprised there's this much left in the bag.
Well, I've been eating the peanut butter one.
Right. Do you like that more or less?
They're different. The peanut butter one is more friendly to eat.
This one isn't friendly.
This one is just very like adult.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to break you away from the Fred content, but I figured you wanted to see what a shit show this was. You ready? Wow, that is still raw in the middle. Hi, welcome back. We're cooking now. Too much celery, so I'm gonna chop it and then re-rinse it so that we don't have grit, which is always an issue. This is Mom's plastic cleaver that we sharpened on a live many moons ago. As you can see, it is quite good. This was discount celery, so it is very mediocre. I'm just doing a rough chop because ain't nobody got time for pretty chops. We're just trying to get some vegetables into our bodies. I'm throwing away some of the bruisey leaves. I think our cake is kind of burnt. Let's go take a look at how the shit show's going. Definitely still very raw in the center, for sure. There's no doubt about it. But the cake has already started to pull away from the sides. You can see that it is separating. So that is overcooking. It's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. You can see that this Chinese celery is a lot skinnier and a lot leafier. I don't cook with it much. I just know that it was on sale in the dollar bin, so I got it. The dollar bin is a great place for me to just test out ingredients because it's only $1. Will you guys remind me when it's 8:55 because we gotta log off so that we can watch the premiere together. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna forget. And I'll just keep cooking. Melissa Beard, what? What does that question mean? Never had celery risotto. That sounds fun. I definitely have a feeling I did not rinse the celery enough. We'll just have to deal with some grit when it comes to eating time, but I've been cutting a lot of corners recently because I simply don't have the attention span to be careful. We're gonna use an onion we got from Mom's. I'm not a chef, Marie. And can you explain to me why it's not good to use expired food? We're basically making a huge pot of mirepoix. We're gonna season it. Brown rice has more fat in it than the more processed white rice. It will have more oil that can go rancid. I recommend that you store your rice in the freezer if you know you're not going to use it within the 6 months. It won't go bad immediately, but it can go rancid, which will, I've eaten rice that smelled a little bit rancid before. Once you cook it, you really can't tell the difference, but obviously it's not going to be prime. So it's just up to you. Linda asked on a previous live's comments why I peel carrots. They come from the dirt. There can be grits trapped in the skin. Sometimes I don't peel them, but what? Aaron's a no peel man. I like to peel my carrots. I like to just waste that outer skin most times because I just find that it gives me a slightly creamier, smoother product. The outside skin of the carrot is also more fibrous, so it can give you a little more of a resistance even after it's cooked. It's just nitpicky, personal preference. As with all things in life. You guys a very narcissistic question. Well, they're all narcissistic questions, but which of these lives have you enjoyed watching the most since Mom's passing? Has there been one live that you really enjoyed being part of, or that you just really enjoyed the act of spectating? And if they're all the same to you and none come to mind, that's also fine. getting on my ankle. Ugh. Stores put an expiration date on their food that is most of the time a sell-by date because they are liable if a customer gets sick, so they always err on the side of safe than sorry. They don't want to get sued. Most of the time when the food is past the expiration date, it is still fine to eat. We produce a lot of food waste, especially in America, because of many different reasons. But I think expiration dates are extremely arbitrary, and this is one point that I feel very strongly about. That we just blindly follow arbitrary numbers as a guideline for the right way to live. There's nothing more offensive to me than listening to somebody else tell me what is the right thing to do, especially when they don't back it up with evidence that it's a legit claim. I obviously won't be convincing you to buy expired produce. I'm just saying that you can if you choose to, but obviously if you don't want to, that's fine too. Wow, look at the celery. It's gone down like 50% already. That's insane. It's also easier to have an expiration date set because it helps stores move stock. So you know how a lot of capitalistic consumerism sells you unnecessary shit? Well, I think the food industry is a big part of that. It sells you these expiration dates. It tells you the food is no longer good to eat. You believe them, you throw the fine food that is actually fine to eat out, and then you continue buying new things so that we can keep producing more bullshit that we don't need, while throwing out perfectly good resources. So for me, eating expired food is one small way in which I'm saying fuck you to this unnecessary consumerism that's happening in the world. There is so many ways in which we can make do with less that we just have been told not to. Because why not get more? We always want fucking more. my Delish videos, people keep telling Delish, oh my god, why don't you buy her better cookware? And they're just making the assumption that I want better cookware. And what is better cookware? Well, it's the more expensive shit, right? It's the Le Creuset, it's the brand names, it's the ones that most famous chefs have and use. And I'm just like, no, I don't fucking want that. Although now I do have a Le Creuset, it came to me for free through a PR event. And you know what? I haven't used it yet because it's honestly a little too small for my cooking needs. I like mom stock pots. I like the pot that Aaron bought from Amazon a while back. That was only like $45. It cooks like a all-clad, and we love it. There is so much class inherent in a lot of our values and our rules and our, you know, how-tos of living that I'm always skeptical what the message actually is when you're telling people not to eat expired food and you look down upon people who have to eat expired food, and I'm putting square quotes on the expired because they're not actually fucking bad. They're not spoiled. They're fine. It's food. It's a little bit older. Alright, now we have to think about what to spice this with, and we have like 15 minutes to figure this shit out. I'm tempted to just go curry because we have the curry blocks. That would be really easy to do. Alright, I'm actually going to use this barbecue sauce. My coworker Philip gave this to me. It's called June Shine Booch barbecue sauce. It's kombucha flavored barbecue sauce. I still have that meat sauce, but I want the barbecue. Do you want the meat? Okay, why don't you vote? Do you want Mom's Mysterious Meat Sauce, or do you want this Booch barbecue sauce? Vote now. You have 20 seconds. Go. Both? Wow. All right, both it is, you crazy peoples. We're gonna save a little bit. Tastes like barbecue sauce. Oh, don't forget Mom's pepper. Thank you. See? I can tell who watches all of the lives. Has anyone cooked beans in the Instant Pot before, and how long does it take to cook? Because I soaked these black beans today, and I'm wondering if I can put them in. Can somebody do a quick Google for me? $20. Great. Thank you guys. So helpful. I think I just dumped like a quarter cup of black pepper in there. Oops. This is great because by the time our vlog video is over, we can unveil this and eat it together. Let's try a bite of our cake before we go to that video. gonna do 25 minutes, high pressure. I think that's perfect. It smells incredibly like mocha right now. Blueberries are nice and jammy. Smells really good. It's a little gummy looking. It's more like a bread than anything, especially the exterior. Tastes really healthy, which is part of the problem. I think I didn't use enough butter or margarine. We're gonna dig into the middle part, which is the underbaked part. It would go great with some ice cream, you're totally right. It's not really sweet enough either. I'm gonna taste the top, which I dusted with sugar and salt. That's the proper sweetness. The cake itself needs a lot more sweetness to be dessert. Hot. It's very gummy, but not unpleasantly chewy or rubbery. It's just like dense and gummy, you know, which I'm into. I'm into that slightly. I don't know if anybody else really likes undercooked bread, but I love undercooked bread, and this has basically undercooked bread tones throughout it all. Condensed milk on top. Yes. Brilliant. Thank you, 3-minute warning. This was just in the fridge, so it's, oh, here it comes. Mush bread. I actually really like the overcooked edges. There's a lot of nice chew to it. Definitely would have helped if I had used a bigger baking dish, so that it had room to cook properly rather than just being squishied all over the sides. If you've ever baked a cake and you're like taking it out of the oven and you're like wondering why it looks like it has a butthole in the middle, it's because you used a baking dish that is too small. So what happens is all of the cake batter is rising, and it's oozing out, but also having nowhere to go. So once you turn off the oven, if it hasn't splooshed all over the sides, it rose, and then when it contracts in cold air, it sinks back down, and so you have a lot of rise, and then you have a collapse, and then you have an anus in the middle. That's how you got a butthole in the middle.
Are you making butthole cakes, June?
Yes, so next time just use a bigger container. Cool. I guess I'll see you guys for the LA vlog premiere. And I just have to warn you, I did a pretty shitty job of it because I'm tired. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. So I just got a lot more laissez-faire about it. And I want you to take notes if you want to and give me feedback, and you can let me know all the areas in which I can improve on so that for the next edit, whenever I have time to do that one, I can make it better. Cheers! See you soon.